Hi guys, Kara here. Welcome back to Ginger Garden. Today I want to talk about a topic that I really never thought I was going to talk about on the channel, and that is how it is not as easy as it seems to lose weight just because you move from America to Japan. I feel like a lot of people have this idea that, oh man, like a lot of people in Japan are skinny versus a lot of people in America being overweight, and they have this idea that like, oh, the Japanese lifestyle makes it easier for you to lose weight or to stay thin. And in a lot of ways that is true, but there are some significant things that can set that back. There just comes a point of living in Japan and realize like, wow, like I'm just not naturally going to melt pounds away, or I'm not just going to naturally be skinny because I live in this country. I want to talk about 5 specific things that contribute to the fact that it is not as easy as you think it is to lose weight in Japan. The number one thing is the convenience of everything. For example, I can leave my apartment and take a bike ride like 2 minutes down the road and go to a 24 hours a day open convenience store and get whatever I want. Corn dogs, fried chicken, cookies, chips, whatever. And it used to be when I lived in America, you know, I'd have to get in the car and I'd have to drive like 10 to 20 minutes just to get to a grocery store. And a lot of times, like even the grocery stores won't have like their freshest food out or anything like that. Not that convenience stores do have the time either, but point being, it's just so convenient to be like, wow, it's 3 a.m. and I really want fried chicken, and to just go and get it 2 minutes down the road. In bigger cities, you'll see some apartments that are built on top of convenience stores, and I could not imagine. I would just be going downstairs all the time getting snacks. That is the one good thing about living in America, is that I generally also didn't want to leave home because I didn't want to like drive all that way to some crappy gas station that's 24 hours a day, you know? And I do not want to go to Walmart in America at 3 a.m. But oh man, 3 a.m. chicken tendies at 7-Eleven, so good. The second thing on the list is how many cheap and delicious snacks and drinks there are. Now, if you've been to Japan, you've probably noticed that there are vending machines everywhere full of candy and snacks and mostly drinks. You'll see drink machines everywhere, and those are just chock full of sugary drinks. I remember when I first came to Japan back in 2014 to visit, and gosh, I probably got 2 or 3 drinks a day, like 2 or 3 sugary drinks, whether that be like some kind of like a peach juice or some kind of like special soda that they didn't have in the US, and I would just drink those things. I was just doing the whole, oh, let's go see what's in that drink machine, see if there's anything new, and then just trying it. And I think this is more of a problem where if you've been to Japan for the first time, or if you don't come to Japan very often, you just like want to check out every vending machine. And now, you know, I see I don't need vending machines are everywhere. They're normal, right? Especially when you first come here, you just want to try all of their delicious drinks. And all of this stuff is cheap too. Like, oh my gosh. When I was in Osaka, they had this vending machine that would actually give you a cup, and it would like put the soda in the cup, like just like a fresh fountain drink almost, and it was like 50 cents or something like that for like a good cup of like nice cold fountain cola. Drink machines in America you generally only find if they're at like a gas station or at a Walmart or something like that. They're just not like in the middle of a rice field like it feels like they are half the time in Japan. So in fact, I have one probably not 10 steps out of my apartment, just you know, randomly near the road. Good thing they don't have Dr. Pepper in that one, or I would be doomed. The sweets are just super cheap too. Like even at the convenience store for like $1, you can get like the little taiyaki full of chocolate pudding. Like they're so good. The third thing is that fast food in Japan is just as big, I think, as it is in America. And what I mean by that is that like there's still Japanese fast food chains, gyudon, like Sukiya and Yoshinoya being like the 2 big ones, I think. Being a fast food chain of some sort that does beef bowl with rice, I think people just think that it's healthier than going to Wendy's in America. It's really not. Like one of those bowls could be like 800 calories, and like some of the meals at Wendy's might be just about as bad. And they're everywhere. Like I have not lived in an apartment that was not a 3-minute walk to a McDonald's, even though this is only my second apartment in Japan. Like there's always a McDonald's every time. And don't get me wrong, I love Japanese McDonald's. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I hate McDonald's to make it sound like I'm healthy or something, because I'm not. I love McDonald's. But yeah, there's just like so many like Japanese fast food and some American fast food places just lined up everywhere you look in Japan. I think sometimes people have this idea that people will just take their lunch breaks at this washoku kind of Japanese style restaurant where they're eating fish and salads and miso soup and stuff like that. No. We're eating Big Macs at McDonald's just like Americans are. Number 4 for me is when you get the opportunity to eat Western foods that you don't have access to a lot, you tend to kind of binge on them. Like when I lived in Sendai last year, you know, there's no Taco Bell, there's no TGI Fridays, there's no Hard Rock Cafe. Now, Tokyo has all of these restaurants, Sendai does not. So when I would go to Tokyo like maybe 2 or 3 times a year, I would just get so much food at Taco Bell. Not kidding, I would probably get enough food for 2 people at Taco Bell in Tokyo because I knew I couldn't have Taco Bell or anything like it near Sendai, so I just ate Taco Bell so much. Same thing with like Hard Rock Cafe and TGI Fridays. Like, they're not the best restaurants, but they do offer pretty good Western food. It's a comfort food for me, okay? So yeah, I tend to go a little bit crazy. It's kind of like that vacation mindset, like, oh, I'm on vacation, or oh, this is a special occasion, I can eat whatever I want. That's kind of what I thought when I would go to Western restaurants in Tokyo versus being in Sendai with just Japanese food mostly. And number 5 is the mind game. What I mean by this is a lot of people come to Japan, myself included, thinking that, oh man, like my whole life is going to change. This, you know, moving to a different country is a lifestyle change, and I'm just gonna drop the weight. I'm gonna be so healthy. I'm not even going to have to watch what I eat. I can eat all the desserts I want because surely I'll walk it all off. It's fine. But no, that is not true. While it is true that generally Americans do not walk as much as people that live in Japan, specifically in the bigger cities, if you're not living in a bigger city, you might be driving a car to get to work. So you're not really walking to work like a lot of people in Tokyo and Osaka and in the bigger cities do. And I lived in a smaller city and I had a car when I lived in Miyagi, so like I was not walking as much as a person who would be hired in Tokyo and probably would have to walk to his local station, walk through the station, and then walk to his work from his workstation. But I think because I thought that it would be easy to lose weight in Japan, I was just like, I'm gonna eat all the chocolate taiyaki I want, and I'm gonna eat all the dango I want, and I'm gonna eat McDonald's all the time because it's so good here. I have a friend who lives in Japan, and he told me that his thing is basically like, you're told that the calories in Japanese food are lower. So he was just like eating a lot of it because he's like, oh, it's low calorie, it's fine. When really that like wasn't helping at all. So yeah, the mind game is everything. You can't come here and just think that it's going to be easy peasy to stay healthy, stay thin and fit. And there you have it. Those are just the 5 things that I personally noticed about moving to Japan when it comes to losing weight and staying fit, and how it's just not as easy as I thought it was gonna be. That said, I've been doing pretty good at eating healthy and riding my bike occasionally. And of course, I don't have a car here in Ibaraki, so I do ride my bike to run errands every time I go out. I actually have a question for you. I'm curious, if you've been on a trip to Japan, if you've come on like a 2-week trip or maybe a month trip, did you lose weight because you walked a whole lot and maybe you ate a little bit healthier? Or did you gain weight because you ate a lot of sweets and sugary drinks? I'd love to know in the comments, because I've been on trips with people where they gain weight coming to Japan, and then I've also been on trips with people where they lose a lot of weight when they come to Japan because of all the walking that they do. The next video I have for you guys is a grocery haul. I should have that out to you next week. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will play it with you some other time. Bye! I definitely had McDonald's last night, not gonna lie.